Well, you guys think that maybe if this plastic ice gets really good, that it could help for more kids to play?
100%. And that's very perceptive of you. I think that's going to be the big major change in the future in the technology of training kids.
Yeah, and that's all you have to do is to put I guess like a canvas cover. You can just put a cover on it.
I've never done that, but I know a long time ago they tried it and it was shit. But the technology now, with all the all the shit that they have now, they say that it's extremely close to real ice. Right,
and you know what, Frankie? I skated on it. In 1980.
Yeah, it was shit.
And it was about a 14% drag.
Exactly. You hit the nail on the head.
Now it's probably 3 or 4%, but which is okay because.
No, you're wrong. I read that it's almost a parallel, if not better than ice. And I'm trying to.
Really? Okay.
I'm trying to fucking find the word in my fat head because I need 2 more signatures and they can put me away. There's a technical term between. I'm fucked. I'm telling you, I read. It's ironic you brought this up. I read this like a week ago that they got this plastic that it has exactly the texture of ice. You can't carve any grooves in it, so you don't need to fucking flood it, right? And
I know it's just wet back.
It's a material with some Kevlar, but it has the slipperiness. But that's not the right term. I'm trying to find what I'm trying to fucking say, but it's not coming to my fat head.
Well, I understand, and I hope the folks out there understand because I do.
It's really, really like when you put your skates on and you sharpen them, just like as if you were playing on the ice.
Yeah.
It really emulates or imitates ice.
Yep.
And people, Phil, was it the 70s when artificial ice it was beginning to be made in rinks, and people were saying it's shit, and that's all they use now.
Artificial ice?
Oh, chemical ice. It's not just water.
No, but artificial
but
ice.
They classify that as artificial ice. All the ice in every rink in North America in the NHL is artificial ice, technically.
Yeah, but it started years ago.
That's what I'm saying. But when it came out, everybody said it's shit. It's you know what I mean. And things they change. And this plastic ice, which now it doesn't. You don't need. They just lay it down, right? It's like tiles, right?
Yep.
They lay it down, and you have a surface, and you don't have to freeze it, and you don't have to fucking wait 3 hours. The technology is incredible. I don't know if there's Teflon in there. Our crack producers could find out, but the terminology that was used, the scientific terminology, it's not viscosity because that's what's in oil, mate.
Yeah.
But there's a proper term that it says that it's almost parallel, if not superior, to ice.
Yeah. Well. We can't be surprised based on the technology of everything else in life.
It's bravo. Things go so fast. You can talk to your fucking wrist now. You got people walking around talking to the wrist.
Let me put it this way, guys. And Frankie, you've seen Esposito Park up in the Sioux.
Yeah.
They're moving that park, and they're moving the rink, and they're moving it across, and we're putting that artificial ice in it.
Well, that's probably one of the most brilliant things you're going to do. It's going to be, they say the initial investment's a little high, but when you amateurize it, it's not even a fraction of the cost of maintaining real ice.
I agreed to it if they said that the kids could play on it 24
hours, and they say that this, just like the batteries in cars, the first ones were shit, and the next, now they got batteries that you don't have to charge for a fucking month.
Yeah, so I'm really excited about it.
I think it's brilliant, Phil.
And we're also negotiating. I want them to put lights for the kids at night.
Sell them a sponsor. So you have the lights by some major corporation. These lights that turn on, and you can have some sort of hologram that comes on the ice from the lights, which is not expensive of whoever's sponsoring.
You're right, Frank, but I'm dealing with Stevie Butler.
Well, there you go. That and $1.49 gets you to roll up the rim.
Okay, that's all I'm going to say.
That's all. I'm not going to continue.
Yeah, okay.
I'm just saying that it's brilliant, and I think that that's going to be the future. I think that plastic ice will be the future.
I do too, and if it does work, then there's all over the world. People can put it there, and
yeah, but you can put it in your backyard, and kids can play in the summer. You can build a little rink. You could do. I mean, the technology. And I read this, and I was so extremely curious about this technology, on how incredible it is. Right? You know, there's a lot of people. When I was a kid, we used to play hockey in our basement.
Yep.
And can you imagine? In your basement, now the houses are massive, right? Before, 50 Italians lived in one room.
That's so true. My God.
Now 2 Italians can't live in 10,000 square feet. They text each other. Go fuck yourself. I'm just saying, we used to play hockey in our basement.
Oh, yeah. All the time.
And can you imagine this technology in a kid's basement? It's amazing.
Yeah, they can do whatever.
You knew Dave Gagne and his son Sam, who's not a bad player, but all those kids from Mississauga, Tavares, they all played in Gagne's backyard. He had an rink. So now you can replace it with the ice that Phil's talking about, and you can have it in every backyard.
And you can play all the
time. Oh, you know, when I was a kid, I saved up delivering newspapers to the Toronto Telegram. And I went to Canadian Tire, and they had this like a bag, and you filled it with water. And it would make your rink. And, you know, the bigger the bag, the more the money, right? And then when you filled it with your hose, you would put the water in, and it would, you know, like a pool, right? But it would be like, I'd say 6 inches. 7 inches of water, and then once it froze, you peeled the top off, and you had a rink.
Oh, really?
And yeah, a Canadian Tire on Church Street and Weston Road. I saved up so much money to go get it, and it was the coolest thing in the world. And then they would put an additive in there to keep it frozen longer, you know, for the days where the sun, whatever the shit, you know. And we made our own Zamboni. We made a Zamboni.
What?
We made we took these big, you know, brooms, right? Yeah. And we put a hose stuck in the little hole in the brooms. You know those big brooms for the warehouse, right? We made our own thing. But we played hockey in our backyard, and it was the greatest thing I ever did until my dad came home and broke all the ice because he said it was going to ruin the grass.
Break up the tomato plants.
You know, we never had tomato plants. He was all about the grass. He was all about the grass, Daddy. Anyways, I'm just saying to you that I think that it's just incredible what they have in Canada for kids.